I'm out here under this big old holly tree, and I really should have brought my sunglasses. I'm gonna try and get this video did outside and show you some cool stuff that's going on in my life at the moment. I even wore my coat out here because it's been cold. Hey Mario! We're under this great big holly tree, and there was no... I have to start foraging things that aren't gonna be so prevalent when I move, you know, and that I don't have a lot of in my herbal cabinet. So I'm thinking ahead, and so I'm outside, and I'm sorry. Hi Aspen! I'm sorry if I can't, and Layla, I'm sorry if I can't see the comments, but I want to talk about something that I've been up to lately. Remember the other day when we made the magical money tea? And then we also made the money incense or offering. Well, I've got that here still in this bowl, okay? And I also have my new moon nature offering that I made for manifestation. And I also have bay leaves, which I learned about this morning and shared with you guys on Skype. I think they'd be a cool offering because they help induce sleep if you chew them. And it would be a cool offering because they're like a nature narcotic, but not the same kind of narcotic like you think about with drugs. It's like a nature narcotic. It helps with sleep, like valerian, okay? So anyway, I have these two offerings. This one's charging with a chunk of tourmaline, and this one's charging with a chunk of garnet that was given to me by a friend. And before I harvested from the holly tree that's behind me, before we harvested and cut from it, because there were no droppings on the ground, I always try and see if there's offerings, lettings, I call them, Lettings, below, and there just weren't. So I got out my big money offering and my manifestation offering that I made in the new moon. It's so hot out here right now. I'm like panting, it's so hot. So I gave a bunch of that to the tree before and after. And the only thing I'm gonna keep is the stones, you know what I mean? I can barely see anything in here, just so you guys know, out here in the sunshine. So we're just left with that red garnet and then that chunk of tourmaline, which I use to charge up those nature offerings. Now that I've already done the cutting. I offered some before I did the cutting, started filming, made another offering. So here's what I've got. And then I'm going to show you what's on the ground out here after the snow's been, and now that the sun's here. It's amazing just looking at the ground and foraging. And I have a plate of things to show you that I've been foraging. Okay, so this is quite a large cutting. The tree itself is mammoth, though. I feel like I should take you out to let you show. Normally holly comes in a bush. This is like a gigantic tree. So compared to my neighbor's RV, there's that holly tree. And I took one of the smaller branches from it. Oh, it's nice and cool over here in the shade. But we'll get back in the sunshine because it's good for me. Right. Okay, so the plane. I have no idea how the Wi-Fi works either, my apologies. So as I'm, you know, the qualities inside of the holly tree, we'll do up a video on when we use this stuff. But basically you can use the leaves, the berries, and the wood. We can use the wood to make our magical wands, you know, or our staffs. I have a piece that's big enough here to really do quite a bit with. And there's so many berries, so much here. And again, I'm trying to take as much as I can before I go off to Texas because I really don't know what I'll have around me. And holly's something that I really like to use. Again, I'm sorry that I can't see comments, everybody. Oh, thank you. There's a wasp! A wasp just landed on my phone. A big giant wasp. We have to remember to look up wasp later. Okay, so what have I got on my plate that's outside? From some foragings I found on the ground out here. We have to go into the shade, otherwise you're not going to be able to see. Okay. So I've got like some sun-dried holly berries. Some are fully sun-dried, and then some are just fallen from the tree, right? And I found this leaf that would be amazing in a book of shadows or something. I hope you can see it. It's just the skeleton of the leaf. And remember, we just had a snow here, like multiple snows, and the sun's coming out, and it's just become Ostara in the very start of spring, right? So I think that this is really special because it's got that frozen, it probably froze away most of the foliage, and then, I don't know, it's just great. Some different ones that I found that are just really speaking to me. This is a holly leaf that fell. It's just crazy cool. This is just part of the gravel out here, you know, but I think it's like some type of cool white rock, so I picked it up. This is some old electrical, possibly off of a car, but I picked it up. So there's some weird things that I grab while I'm out here foraging and stuff. We'll do up a video on the properties of holly. But that magnificent tree over there. And then I want to say something too. Another thing that I foraged while I was out here. You got some pine the other day? That's awesome. You guys should check out my pine video because we talked about the seeds, the nuts, the wood, the bark, the resin, and the needles. There's a feather that's stuck in the fence because my neighbor has this little dog, and he's like, oh my gosh, I felt so bad because the white peacocks were, my dog chased him. And he's like, normally I have him so I could catch him. And I was like, oh no, were they okay? Because I saw him this morning. He's like, oh yeah, they were fine, but he got one of the feathers. And I said, dude, do you have the feather? Can I have it? And he's like, yeah, I feel so bad. And I'm like, don't feel bad. It's just life. It's just what animals do. If it wasn't his dog, it would have been a raccoon in the woods or something and he, you know, it's not like he was laughing about it, which one of the other neighbors does, which makes me so sad, but people are people. And these peacocks that we have, they're not contained. They came to us on a whim. We don't own them. They just ended up at our house. But the point of what I'm saying is that feather I'm keeping because it happened during an natural animal attack kind of occurrence or play or whatever. The dog was chasing the bird. The dog got a bird's feather. I now have the feather. I feel like there's amazing energies attached to that. I know my birds are okay. I know that the dog is just a dog. But I just wanted to talk about that really quickly and say that these things that we see happen, or perhaps you go to a farm where they butcher chickens and you see feathers in the area of the butchering. There's energies attached to that, and if you were trying to get creative, and especially on the vibe of hoodoo and different things that are working with what you've got, working with energies around you, perhaps you don't know what the plants around you mean. Well, you know what energies mean. You can use your intuitive brain for that. So just some ideas while I'm out here in the sunshine, which is obviously a rare for me. Just bringing you guys out here with me. Alex gets outside a lot and he brings me outside. I can hear the birds. They're just beautiful. This one's flying up in the sky above us like a crow. I don't know if we caught that or not. Oh, So it's just really nice. And then down the way is like the lake and stuff. It's a very nice area to be. I will miss it when we go. For anybody that's wondering, Texas isn't like really a choice. It's like where we're going because it's where we're gonna feel like we can thrive the best. And so it's not like out of all the places in the world we chose Texas. This is where we're gonna have like family and help and all of that. And that's a really lovely thing. So I'm excited for it. And I know that the heat's gonna just be difficult on me, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to this new change. And I hear everywhere has air conditioning, so I'll be okay. And I already have friends down that way, you know? So things are good, life is good. Let's look at the ground and all the foragings we can just see on the ground. I'm gonna have to take you off the tripod for that. Here's the plate again. Take you guys over here, and then I thought it would be fun. Hi, Sharon. If we went, if we just looked at the ground with the phone, and I won't be able to see comments because you'll be right next to the ground. If you guys just said in the comments all the things you see that you could forage, and be creative with it. So let me know if you can see. I think you can. Oh, rotate device. It's not going to let me do that. Well, I mean, you saw on my plate. At a different time, we'll figure out how to do that thing where we go across the way. But let's look at that feather while we're over here and look at the holly we got one more time. Notice and note that all of the leaves are not sharp. Some of these just have a couple of points, you know. So there's some different shapes to the different parts of the leaves here. Some of these have ones that are kind of rotting in the sun, probably from that snow. So yeah, you can get really creative with what you find outside. And I encourage everybody to go out where they're at and get out in the sunshine, even if it's difficult and hard, because for me it's very not the easiest experience, and I have no idea why that is. Maybe I need to do a little more shadow work to figure some stuff out. But look, it feels like it looks like fun, right? If you guys have sunshine where you're at, get outside. Oh, when we talk about Scott Cunningham and we talk about wood and different uses of magical wood, especially in magical household, he talks about furniture that you can sit on for health or romance, or make your bed out of this wood to enhance the romance or lust or fertility, or make this chair for someone who's sick out of this type of wood. What about fences? I don't know, and that's not ringing a bell, and I've read most of those books all the way through about their topics. What about fences? You could make that out of a wood that has a magical property, so that you could either invite your neighbors towards you, but still have a fence up, or keep them the heck out. Think about it. If you built it out of a wood that was good for love, you could do that if you were in love with your neighbor and you're like, I wish I was married to that person. Or if you just wanted to invite friendship in, or if you wanted to keep them the heck out, use a wood that was, you know, banishing or had exorcism qualities to it. You know, just exercise the existing relationship. Not really. You're not going to be doing an exorcism by putting up a wood for a fence. It's all magical intentions attached to these things, okay? But here's that feather, and I will be sanitizing my hands and putting this in the freezer when I get home. This is the feather that the dog got off of the peacocks in that natural occurrence that, again, would have happened whether it was a raccoon in my peacocks or whatever. I'm not upset. They're animals, but it has these energies attached to it. It probably has a fear energy attached to it from the birds, and a chasing energy attached to it from the dog, or excitement, or just primal, there's, anyway, I'm saving this for all of time to use for whatever I need it, because I know the instance in which it was removed from the bird. So you guys, I've been out in the sunshine for quite a while, and I still have that conference to get to, so I will talk to you guys soon. Perhaps outdoors again. It's just a lovely day out here. But next time if I come out, I will make sure to bring my sunglasses. Have a really good day, you guys. It was nice to chat with you. Heather, Ayla, Tangerine, Thomas, Mandy. Oh, wait, you said Magical Holly. I thought Magical Mandy was here. And everybody else, Sharon especially, Linda. Linda, hi! Alright, see you guys very, very soon. Bye, Lilacs. I think I got everybody, did I? Bye, Erica. Bye, Brandy. Bye, Espen. Bye, Justin. Bye, Mario, the Wild Witch. I think I got everybody. Okay, bye, everybody. Love you all. See you.